All right. Hello. There you go. Whew. It's like, where was I'm talking? I'm like, why am I not on YouTube and Facebook? So here I am. Here I am. Okay, I'm on. I'm live. Oh my God. Okay. So hopefully you're ready for Halloween. It is tomorrow. Have all your stuff, your costumes and candy and all of that cool shit. And please don't take your children's candy. Sneak it and then have some for yourself. There is I guess there's a thing nowadays. My parents just, would put it up and allow, after you're allowed so much and stuff, and then you could have, bits and pieces throughout, until Christmas came, and hopefully it was all gone. If it wasn't, then it went into the freezer, and then you stole your sister's stuff from the freezer. That's what I did. Anyways, and you try to give away the candy you didn't like. I guess there's a thing about some witch coming in the middle of the night and stealing half your kid's candy and you leave them a present. What the fuck is that? Then don't have them go trick or treating. Like, like, oh my God. So it's yeah, I guess different traditions. I was saying to my husband, definitely, my trick or treating days were in Edmonton, and it was bundle up warm because it was always cold. It was always blistery or something going on during that time. So you always got to wear your costumes and underneath your winter woolies. And for me, growing up, I had to be a princess. So I wanted to be a princess all the time. I didn't want to be anything scary. So I always had to have the lipstick and the eyes and everything. And, and most of the time when you were a princess, the only thing you saw on me was, because all princesses wore, the special little sparkly pink hat with the veil coming off of it. So anyways, going out but the other thing is that my mom sent me out with my sister who didn't really want to go with me. And we went off trick-or-treating by ourselves. Like, we weren't chaperoned. Go out, kids, go get the free candy. Make sure you come back by such and such a time, and it was usually after dinner. You started trick-or-treating, right? After dinner, and you would have something to eat. You'd try to anyways, but you're too excited because you're going to go get candy. Those that went to Catholic school, the next day would be All Saints Day. So it was usually a church day or a day off kind of thing. And that was it. That was our Halloween. But now, like, why? I guess because everybody's paranoid. But you got these parents that chaperone their kids and and tell them, go ring the doorbell, say thank you. I saw a TikTok about that. I'm just like, isn't that common sense? Like, especially by the time they get to be 8 or so, that the kid knows to ring the doorbell or say trick or treat really loud, and don't run across the lawn and use the sidewalk. Oh, our society is just kind of fucked, And the other thing, my parents didn't dress up for Halloween. Like, it wasn't a thing for my parents. And I guess coming from a different generation as well, it wasn't a thing to dress up and go trick-or-treating with your kids in a Halloween outfit. I didn't do that either. And, um, so it wasn't to dress up and go trick-or-treating. Do I dress up for Halloween? No, I don't dress up for Halloween anymore. I think this is enough. Like, this is just totally enough for with my hair. Look at the way my hair goes. This is just it. You know, this is, for people like this weekend, I know it was a real party weekend. a lot of hangovers on Sunday. Um, people say, I love it. I love it that adults just want to keep, they're looking for any reason to go out and get fucking drunk and dressed up and look like an idiot. Uh, and that was the time. Halloween's the time. Gives you that permission. In Ireland, they have a huge parade because that's where Halloween originated from, right? Is from the Celts. It's from, warding off evil spirits, and that's why you would dress up, right? And it wasn't to go trick or treating or beg, as my, beg for candy, but it was an understanding of protection and making sure that everybody was protected on that night. And the next day was the celebration of those who passed away, your ancestors, the celebration of your ancestors. Hence, last night I had meeting with the ancestors for my first group. Absolutely phenomenal. It was beautiful. It was just beautiful, connecting with so many ancestors of the people that were with me, and their energies that came through, and they're very loving, very just a lot of I feel that with everything that's happening in our lovely world, that our ancestors that have gone on are there, really coming in and wanting to protect, wanting to help us and guide us so that we can live a life of prosperity and abundance, and step into that beauty and what our earth walk is, and enjoy the walk, enjoy the ups and the downs and all the craziness, but the most part is just to enjoy and make sure you take care and love one another. That's a huge message from the ancestors. It's very basic. It's like a basic message, it sounds so simple. Yet, I'm looking at the astrology and I'm just like, whoa. We got a moon in Gemini and a sun in Scorpio. Hopefully there's not a screaming match out there because one wants to hear louder than the other. I mean, it's that's pretty crazy energy. We just came off a full moon lunar eclipse, and it's the last lunar eclipse in Taurus that we're going to see for about over a decade. So we won't have another one for quite some time. And looking at the things, the foundations that we have to build and create. So hence I was with a lot of the energies, and as I read the energies, I do certain things like meeting with the ancestors, which is I have another one tonight, and it is full, by the way. And just doing that connection with the ancestors, just absolutely beautiful. So I have a new group tonight. Tomorrow I have the 1 hour sale, like a 1 hour, $80. So if anybody wants a reading, I have open availability. I have availability, I have times available. If people want to book in for that day it's a 1-day sale, $80. That's it. That's it. And it's for that day. It's online only. And yeah, let me know if you're interested. The meditation, raising the cone of power. Whoa. Downloads I've been getting to really facilitate this meditation on November the 1st. So, and it's by donation. So if you are wanting to join me, it's by donation. Let me know. If you would wish to come, it's some of the information. So in my morning meditations and that I do, and I was asking for some insight and guidance in raising the cone of power. We need it, man. We need it. We need to come together as little witches and raise that cone of power. And if you don't identify as a witch, identify as a light worker. If you don't identify as a light worker, identify as a human being. And come and join me. It is crucial. I think it's going to be a crucial meditation to be doing, and I feel like this, the energy of raising the cone of power. Now, what the cone of power is, it is back in World War II, witches got together and they did start raising a protection cone around England. And so raising that energy up, raising the energy up. So raising the cone of power is raising a protection, a shield, to fortify and send forth the love and the peace. And you come in with an intention of whatever that intention is when we're doing it. So I will set an intention, and then each individual person will have their own personal intention as we are doing this raising of the cone of power. And it is a powerful one, and we're going to be doing it on November the 1st at 10:30. So if you are wanting to join me, let me know, and I will put your name down and send out. I think we will do it privately. Send out a link for that, and do it. It's I just the power that comes in when you are coming together, doesn't matter where you are in the world, but if you're coming together to bring forth a positive change and a positive vibration, it's phenomenal. There's a special name for it when people come together to really create a positive vibration, and they've done research on it and how that energy, when coming together, works. They had a group on New Year's Eve in New York many years ago, where they come together and they meditate, and I think they still do. And I have you down, Dana. I have you down. And they come together and meditate. And as they're meditating, what they have found in research, that the crime rate goes down. People are more friendly and harmonious, and the disbursement of it is decreases. Um, so people, leave, few fatalities, not as much crime. People are able to get home on the subways and everything, and things seem to move more peacefully. They also did that in around Mount Shasta in California. So when they did a meditation around Mount Shasta, what happened was they were people by seismologists were saying that there was Mount Shasta, which is still an active volcano, was going to erupt. And what happened was a group got together and they started to pray around the mountain to settle the mountain, because there are people who live by there. There's a lot of family that, you got the reservation, and that is on Mount Shasta is on the reservation, and just praying for the land, and asking for peace. And the seismologists were saying the activation went down, and they couldn't explain why. So the power of coming together with meditation and prayer is phenomenal. It does have change. They've done studies with people doing Reiki and prayer in hospitals, and just sitting at the end of a hallway, they will come together and they'll just sit together at the end of the hallway. And, with Reiki, sending out healing energy to the people that need it, and sending out prayers. Now, some people didn't even know this was happening, but they found recovery rates where people recovered faster. People seem to respond to medications better. And it's amazing, what prayer can do. And being from a family that prayed prayed all the time, prayer was a main thing for us, doing the rosary after dinner, and just saying family prayers together was just, it was a thing in our house. And my parents often talked about, when we asked, well, I don't know about my elder ones, but I'd ask, where did I come from? And my mom and dad would go, you came from a prayer. And I'm like, ooh, I came from a prayer. So prayer is pretty powerful, eh? But it was. My parents prayed for children. My mother was told she couldn't have children. She had collapsed tubes. And she went, and this was back in the, 50s. And so she would go to the doctor, and they would pump up her tubes so they wouldn't be collapsed, right? And my parents made, I guess, a pact with God, and where they were open to children to come to them in any way. And my brother Pat came, and then 13 months later came my brother Michael, and the rest is history. We all came in from there. But how prayer, when you really, even though you may not believe in a divine, or you might believe in just your own self or a higher part of yourself, nothing, defined, when you start going and really allowing for the energies to come forth, the transformations are phenomenal, right? They're just phenomenal, right? And that's the power. And that's one of the reasons why, and I'm glad Erica suggested it, to do a prayer piece, right? And I'm, if you can donate, sure, cool. You don't have to donate. If you can't afford to donate, but you want to join, just let me know, and I'm going to send you the freaking link, and you can join. So the power of this energy that we want to create, because there's so much chaos in the world, and people are feeling so much chaos within their own selves, with what, from job security to food prices, gas prices, winter is coming, kind of thing. And the thing is, I looked, with this energy that's coming in, and with Saturn stopping on my birthday. And by the way, I am having an evening if people want to join on November the 4th and come over for, bring some appies and drinks. Definitely come on and let me know you'd like to come. This is where you have how the planets are affecting, but they seem to be where it feels negative, but I feel within that negative is for us to really discover a positiveness in it, right? It's to find a piece of that. And with, especially with the moon in Gemini, so it's a busy moon, it's an active moon, it's just moving, it's air, it's mutable, it's all over the place. And it's like, and it feels like, yeah, we're on another freaking fucking cliff again. Like, come on, and Mercury's leading the way. Mercury's ahead of Mars now. Mars has been leading the way for so long, since the new year. Now the head of the pack is Mercury, and he's the leader now. And so it's our mind, and it's in Scorpio. So it's in our mind, and our mind wants to investigate, wants to understand, wants to know, right? We want to dig up the facts. That's what they do, right? So Mercury in Scorpio digs up facts even more, right? And I have a Mercury in Scorpio, and I love investigating. I love digging up shit, right? And finding information. That's why sometimes when my sister asks me to do something, bang, I can find the information. She's like, how the fuck did you do that? It's like, I don't know. I just you just have that ability, right? So Mercury wants to investigate. It's the mind, but the moon is going to be going out of bounds. So when the moon goes out of bounds, it's not really making any aspects to anything, and it can feel, because that's our internal core, that's our guidance, can feel very frustrated, right? Can feel a little bit, ugh. And then we have that Pluto at 27 degrees, and it's the last 3 degrees of Capricorn. So of course we're on the edge. We're feeling very edgy. That's my new word, edgy. We're feeling edgy, and Pluto is the dispositor, like the ruler. The dispositor means ruler of Scorpio. So we have this scorpionic energy that's coming in that's really making us feel like, oh, okay, wanting to know more information, wanting to find out more things. And this is where unpredictability comes in. Not to, and this is where you don't expect too much from people right now. Don't expect, I want all of this done by today. He ain't gonna get it. It's not gonna happen. So don't be expecting a whole lot of shit to get done. Right? Just focus on the little pieces, the little bite-sized pieces as we're going through right now. Because if you're expecting, I want all of this done today, well, fuck it, you ain't going to get it done, because there's going to be too much frustration with all of it. People are going to get overwhelmed, even though it might be something that you always do and you get it done like that and you just do it. But this energy is going to say, nah, you're not going to get shit done. So don't expect too much, especially with this edginess that's coming in, and investigating, wanting this change, wanting something. I want to change. I want this. I want that. It's like, you're just going to drive yourself crazy. It's like a dog chasing its tail. It's like, what is that behind me? Oh, and you're just like running around in fucking circles. No, this isn't. This edgy. This is your beliefs. Your belief systems are coming in, and it's weird, and it's shifting. There's a weirdness to it, and it's shifting. And, we got to look at, okay, what is working in my life? What is good in my life? So your gratitudes, coming into your gratitudes, your affirmations, that's what you got to start. We really got to start doing. Hence the reason why we're doing the cone of power, to raise the energy up so that we can start bringing more positivity and light, not only into our own selves, but into the world around us. So the beliefs wanting to look, right? Sometimes we want things to look a little, just gotta look this way. Like I looked at my hair. I wanted my hair to look a certain way, but no, my hair decided to do this because it's dry outside, and it just did its own fucking thing. Doesn't matter what you put in it. So it's messy, and Saturn makes it messy. And this is where, with Saturn slowing down, and we have, we're off of this, the moon is in a square, and it starts digging and digging. So we have this Gemini energy that wants to dig and wants to look at things and wants to, with the, especially with Mercury there. And Mercury is the dispositor, the ruler of Gemini. I want to know things. I want to talk about them. I want you to understand everything that I'm saying, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes when you talk to a Gemini, they talk very fast. They don't usually slow down. And you wonder if they're actually breathing. You're supposed to be doing. So it's crazy. So the extreme is out there. And it is, looking at your belief systems might look a little weird, and feel a little bit murky, the murky waters there. And that Neptune doing a quincunx to Jupiter. Now just think of it. Now Jupiter rules Pisces, and or I should say Neptune rules Pisces, and you have Jupiter coming in, and Jupiter's the old ruler of Pisces. And this is where you start to lose something. And Saturn is watching, and Saturn wants control, because Saturn's a fucking control freak. When I see people with a strong Saturn in their chart, I'm just like, whoa, you want control. And I'm so happy that you came to see me, because they even want to control the outcome of the reading and how the reading is supposed to be. So having a very strong Saturn can be very frustrated, because it's not going to go the way that you want it to go. And with the Saturn in Pisces, it's overwhelming. So we do have a generation that's coming up to their Saturn return. And with this Saturn, that means things that they are wanting or the things that they're trying to do aren't going to work because it's in Pisces. Pisces is elusive. It is ether. There is no boundaries. And you got the second largest planet that wants boundaries and structure to happen now. I rule Capricorn. Give me that structure. Give me that understanding. And it's and then you got Neptune and Jupiter just fucking things up. Just like, two radical belief systems are coming in. And Saturn is just trying not to get involved, but he wants that control. I don't want you to have too radical. You got to believe it this way. This is the way you got to do it. You got to do it my way. No, because Neptune and Jupiter are also his sons, Saturn's sons. You go into the mythology of it. So you got these two that are like, this guy, no, I'm not going to listen to this guy because he's a real asshole. Plus, he ate me. And then you had to punch him in the stomach. So he threw us all up, Jupiter. So Jupiter's like, fuck you, Saturn. I'm the ruler now. I'm not going to listen to you. And anyways, you're back there and I'm over here. So I don't have to listen. It's like dad's upstairs and you're downstairs and you're beefing your dad. Like, give him the beef, right? And that's where the energy is. And it's this, and it's busy. And things can go sideways very quickly, with all of this, because people get you might get so staunched on how you think things should be, or where things should be, or how you should be doing the things that you're supposed to be doing and getting it all done now. And then you're just as frustrated because it ain't going nowhere. You're just spinning your wheels. And just keep going. So this is like, go break open the Halloween candy and have a chocolate bar, because that's where it's at right now. Fuck the kids. I'm eating the package of chocolate bars. So plus they're so small. Like, the chocolate bars, they're just so small. It's like, how many do you have to eat to actually get a chocolate bar? Like, but even though your mind thinks that, oh, I ate two, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's not even a full chocolate bar. That's not even a quarter of a chocolate bar if you ate two of those little chocolate bars. They don't even match up to a full one. I think you have to eat, 6 to get a full chocolate bar or something? So just go ahead. Have them. Don't feel guilty. You'll be fine. So this is where, it's like not overreacting. You gotta, watch the rage, play it back, and and it's like, watch it because it'll sneak up on you in some way. So this rage will come in some way. Some crazy things will happen, and this is not to get into fights, and voices are just going to get loud. My voice wants to be louder than your voice. Ha ha ha. No. And if you're a very sensitive person with this energy, if you are, have a huge sensitivity to things, find a place where you could find quiet. If you have a zoo pass, go in the butterfly room. Go in the +15 and go to the gardens that are on the +15. Find a park. Find that place, that is peaceful and quiet for you. And so you're not absorbing all the crazy energies that are coming in right now and throughout this week. Throughout this next month, throughout the whole rest of the fucking year, just find a safe place that you're not going to absorb all the crazy energies that are coming through, because it's just going to be really fucked up. So, just, yeah, let's pull some cards and see what's going on in the cards today. So I'm looking forward to tonight. So hopefully everybody got their link for this evening, and it starts at 6:30 Mountain Time. So that's 6:30 Mountain Time. And if you're going to be late, please let me know, because we are having a prayer time a little bit of a prayer and stuff before I do the readings and that. So just be kind, just be respectful for other people that are there. So I'm just letting it all out there to everybody who is joining us tonight, and just, be on time so that we can all start on time as well for everyone. So it should be good. It should be good. Yes. Oh, go to Heritage Square. Oh yeah, go to Heritage. Go grab a coffee at the cafe at Heritage. That's nice, right? Sit with the water and the plants and the warm. Yeah, exactly. Find a greenhouse. Go in someone's backyard is greenhouse. Let's go. Let's go to the greenhouse. No, the clocks have not turned back. It's on Sunday. The clocks turned back in England, but not here. Don't ask me why I know that. Just do. So they've turned back, but we have not. So right now it is 10:22 Calgary time. So yes, 6:30. So we had a jumper card. And the other thing, before we get into the reading, okay, I have to say, okay, I'm going to be 60 on Saturday. And yes, okay, menopause and that, but crazy things happen each and every day with your body, and they have been for some time with me. One day it's like, woohoo, my great, everything's working and functioning. Next day, holy crap, no, they're not. One day, whoo, I'm doing really well. And then the next day, I got to gingerly sit down on my seat because things are a little bit cranky in the hoochie area. And then the next day, it's like, everything's fine again. Like, what the hell? Like, get your act together, body. My mind is trying to process all of this. So just thought I'd share that out there with you guys, because some days are just like, whoa. And other days are like, what the heck? So that is normal. Yes, that's very normal. Some days are just, things are going. Other days, things are not going. Some days things feel really great, and other days it's like, oh my God, I got to sit down gingerly because things aren't so great. And you're just like, what the hell happened there? Anyways, so first card we got, this is our flyer card, and it is the card of the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is not always a pleasant card. It's about deceit, underhandedness. It's also about thinking that you got away with the cookie jar. And, as you're sneaking out, out the back door because you thought you got all the cookies. Yet the Seven of Swords is letting you know of a realization on maybe where you are in your life and how you're feeling about things in your own world. And this is, am I hiding something that may potentially hurt someone I know? Hidden secrets, Pisces, Neptune, Saturn there. And then the Seven of Swords, it illustrates a challenge that may be associated with some kind of dishonesty. So looking at even within your own self, are you being honest for who you are? Are you being truthful to who and what you are and what you need for you, right? And this is where it's, getting the clarity, finding the truth, and not being afraid to find the truth, not being afraid to get clear on things. Many times we will stop just before, something happens, right? So looking at even, your own self, of the honesty of being within your own self. This is also looking at, we're seeing so much dishonesty in and around and right before our very eyes in so many areas in the world today. So this is, it's also, it's just, don't avoid the truth. The truth will set you free. And as we do that, we have a reflection card. So the Hermit comes in. taking an inner reflection, taking some time to really look inwardly and trust your light, trust that energy of, yeah, I'm trusting my headlights at night that I can only see so far. I got to trust my own inner light that I'm truly being guided in the directions that I need to. So that's part of the truth. You got to take that time to go inward and look at your own truth and look at the places where the shadow energy, because I will be starting a program at the end of December to work with the shadow. And the shadow means you got to look internally at the shit you don't like and the parts of you that you've been dishonest about. And when we start to blame or point the finger at other people, we also have to look at, okay, why are we blaming them? Why are we so angry with them? Because there's something there inside of us that isn't connecting, or something that we have allowed to happen and we don't like it. So in comes the hermit to really take that reflection and allow us to take the reflection. 5 of Swords coming up again. So that 5 of Swords, this is about, again, it's about mistrust. This is entrapment. This is negativity. This is like, how are you affecting other people? Right? Am I ready to connect with my true intentions? And if we're being dishonest with ourselves, then we're not looking at our true intentions. We're being we're not allowing ourselves to go inward. We're really in a negativity, in an entrapment. That's what it is. This is about self-inflicted. So what is it that you keep allowing yourself to be inflicted with, right? And it's, if you say you have diabetes and you continue to eat the sugar cookies, right? Well, of course, you're going to have pain in your body in places that you didn't think you'd have pain. That's self-inflicted pain. You're doing it to yourself. So it's like, okay, stop eating the fucking cookies and start looking at a better diet. And you're going to, that's part of the truth. And you may not like it, but it's the truth. And the truth is coming in to help you to live a better life, to live a better quality of life. And when we're doing this is, it's pointless about winning and needing to be right. I want to be right. It's pointless because nobody's going to win. There's no winners or losers. And if you're trying to be, I'm always right, I know what's best, you could be very sad and lonely. And through that comes the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands comes in and he's fiery. He's passionate. He wants to create the change. He wants to create the passion, bring the passion of change into your life to allow you to step in, because you might be being dishonest about the passion and the things that you really want to do. Maybe you do want to be a singer, maybe you want to start acting. And it's like, okay, go out and join an acting group, join a local community group to start acting locally or start volunteering, those types of things. So if you've been denying yourself of doing something that you really passionately like, then you've entrapped it yourself in being miserable and bitchy, right? So you got to take that internal look as well. And when you take that internal look and you start looking internally and say, hey, I got to trust in my light and I got to take the steps that I need so I can really connect with my heart, my truth of who I am, and stop being so bitchy about myself. And that's going to lead me towards my passion. It's going to allow me to go forward within my passion, because there is something that's being dishonest. And what is that dishonesty happening within your own self? And that's for all of us. That's for all of us. And for myself, it's like stepping into more truly what I want to do. Yeah, more meditations. Yeah, I really love doing this. Okay. Be open, get out there and just do it, and have people join. these are the types of things it might, and sometimes it feels awkward. It might feel awkward because it's like, oh, okay, but I'm they're telling me, my guides say I got to ask for an exchange, and you feel bad because why am I asking for an exchange? But yeah, it's because you want to continue doing what you're doing. You need to have money, and money's not bad. Money just helps. Money is what keeps the world going around, helps you to buy your coffee. Thank you very much, Dana. you know, that's what it is. And being honest is really going to help you to go a long way, because when you do, brings forth the prosperity and abundance. The king comes in. The King of Pentacles, the foundation. He is the Midas touch. He is the ruler. He lets you know. There's the Taurus. What is it that you truly like? If you don't like to eat or drink something, why are you continually to eat and drink it? And if you say, well, it's good for me, but you don't want to do it, then you're being dishonest with yourself. So be truthful with who you are, and then you'll see greatness come in and beautiful doors open up for you. There you go. So looking forward to tonight with everybody. And if anybody wants a reading tomorrow, they're $80. Let me know and we'll get you booked in. And I got many different times available. And I have even opened up the evening if people are available and want to do an evening reading. We also have the meditation. So let me know you want to be in the meditation, and I'll put you down, and I'll be sending out a link shortly for you through email to join me for the meditation on November the 1st, which is Wednesday at 10:30. So just let me know if you're interested in that. And yeah, have a fabulous day. We'll talk to you guys all soon. So may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you do. Enjoy the day, the blessed one. Go eat the candy. Bye-bye, everyone.